Yeah. Oh, I got carried away. I just totally got carried away with
Bill Apter.
Intro music. I just love it.
You get so excited.
Where did that come from? Where did you get that intro music from, Dr. Chris?
Which one?
The one, the countdown one.
The countdown or the last bit of music, like at the very end.
Well, both.
Jazzy one.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm a huge chill hop fan. Jazz. I'm a huge jazz head and chill hop music fan, instrumentals, and so that's actually an instrumental that I would listen to for a while, and I asked the permission of the composer if I can use it, and he said yes. So
I love it.
Yeah.
Anyway, how are you, Dr. Chris?
I'm well, man. I'm well. How was your Thanksgiving?
Oh, it was good. We had about 17 people here on Saturday. Our Thanksgiving is generally just one or two of us here on Thanksgiving Day. All the relatives are Thanksgiving Saturday.
Nice.
We did see the movie Wicked on Sunday. It was great. If you're if you are a fan of musical theater, run to see it. It was fabulous.
Literally run to see it.
Yes.
You have to run, though. You can't walk to see it.
How far the movie? No. It depends how far the movie theater is.
Well, you said run to see it.
Yeah.
So you got to run, right? You have to.
You can. Well, drive, run.
Right. Okay. Gotcha.
Take an escalator.
There you go.
So I've been talking to people. I'm saying right now with WWE, some of the things they've been doing, especially this past week on Monday Night Raw. There are two things I want to talk about.
Okay. What do you want to talk about?
What do you want to talk about? It's Rocky Week here in Philly, I talk about
I wouldn't lie to you, Adrian.
Yeah, you're talking to me. You're Adrian. So what I've been trying. I came up with a scenario for at least one of the few favors that CM Punk would extract from Paul Heyman. Okay. I just came up with this idea. Are you ready? He gets a match against Roman Reigns.
Okay.
Even though there's a thing going on with Seth Rollins right now.
Okay.
He gets a match with the OTC, Roman Reigns.
Okay.
But the stipulation, the big asterisk, is that whoever wins the match gets to keep the wise man. The other one loses the wise man's services. What do you think of that?
Not big enough stakes.
No?
No.
Well, hamburger maybe, not steaks?
It could be hamburger. Yeah, it could be hamburger probably, but not big.
What do you think a favor logically in storyline might be, other than get me a title match, of course, which is what everybody wants, but I don't see him in that title picture at this point.
So a couple scenarios that would be interesting to me. Okay. So current title holders you have are Gunther and Cody Rhodes, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Has to make sense to me. I feel like it has to make sense. So what makes sense is that he's a Paul Heyman guy. That was the favor that Cody, that Roman, the Bloodline, Paul Heyman gave to Roman. Roman was reluctant about it, but since Cody has an allegiance, CM Punk has an allegiance to Paul Heyman, he did it for Paul more than the Bloodline.
He did.
Makes sense.
Correct.
So what I think would be interesting is one of two things. One, you could either have Punk lose the Royal Rumble to see. There's a couple ways I want to go with this.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm trying.
You baited me. Now I'm interested.
Yeah. So thank you. So you can have Punk lose the Royal Rumble and either have the favor to this would be interesting if he had the favor to replace a Bloodline member in the Elimination Chamber. That would be interesting.
Yes.
Or you could have Punk and Roman somehow align still the team with the Bloodline, and you can have Roman become champ and somehow be Cody. And then what you could have is you could have Paul Heyman be with Roman. Roman beats Cody. And then the night after at WrestleMania, you could have Punk turn on Roman and Heyman goes with Punk. Punk becomes a Heyman guy again as a heel. Then that starts a Roman Punk feud post WrestleMania. And his favor was to align with me, CM Punk, and give me a title shot against Roman Reigns.
Okay. Or since they started the Punk Seth Rollins thing again on Monday Night Raw, which completely took me by surprise, and it brought Rollins back into that into the heel role, because the fans were split at the beginning, but by the time it ended, it seems that they were on Punk's side. Or is it something that he might ask Paul Heyman to pull strings to get him something to do with Seth Rollins? I don't know what that is. Maybe a three-way match. CM Punk.
But how would that make sense?
And Roman Reigns. Well, three guys that hate each other. Just let me
what's
get these two guys out of the way.
What's the favor from Heyman, though?
To get Roman to agree to be in the match with he and Rollins, a three-way to make sure that match gets set up.
Okay, break that down for me a little bit more. So
go ahead.
So Roman's defending. So Roman is agreeing to Paul Heyman to be in a triple threat match.
Correct. Yes. No, actually thinking back on this now, Roman would probably welcome a triple threat match between the two of them because he hates them both.
Yeah, true.
I just think something tying the three of them together in opposing situations might be the favor. I don't know. I mean, it's a tough one.
It
might be something not to do with them at all.
It really wouldn't be a favor if he's a part of a triple threat match, though.
No, you're right. You're right. You're right. It wouldn't be a favor.
It has to be something convincing, something swervy. You know what I mean? Like, why not? Well, I mean,
that's the wrong company.
What?
I said Swervy. Okay. So what's his nickname? But go ahead.
I never knew that was his nickname.
I didn't either. I just made it up. Great. Yo, Swervy, come here. All right. You do that well. But yeah, I don't know what that would be. But It's certainly on my mind, but again, it may have nothing to do with either Roman Reigns or Seth Rollins.
Hmm.
Were you surprised that Rollins going heel on Punk, coming out and going heel? Because the fans were singing with him at the beginning, but by the time he left,
No, because he's teased that before. He's teased him not liking CM Punk before. I wish that it was more than just a promo, though. Give me something exciting. You know what I mean? Like, I don't really care about y'all talking so much. You know what I mean? Like, you can kind of spare me with all the chatter. Like, give me something
yeah.
exciting. You know what I mean? Give me
Well, that's
something
why I'm
swerve.
wondering.
You know what I mean? Like,
Well,
that's my thing.
what was exciting to me, again, I'm going right back to Monday Night Raw. There's a couple of things going on. First of all, just from the pay-per-view alone, the Survivor Series, the Damian Priest Gunther match. Never expected Finn Balor to come out and interfere in that. I didn't. I was, again, it's my
Agree.
fanhood.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So, but now for them to set up for Saturday night's main event, Gunther against Finn Balor, which of course Damian Priest will probably interfere in that.
Yes.
But for a world title match to go on Saturday night's main event, where people who haven't watched wrestling since the old Saturday night's main event might be tuning in, you think Finn Balor is a good gauge as a challenger for Gunther? I don't. I think he's great, but he's a lighter weight, and he's, he just doesn't seem like the convincing opponent I would put against Gunther.
I agree with you 100%. I personally think it would have been better if someone at least from the old, or at least the last time, it's been 16 years since the Saturday Night's main event has been around. I wish that you would have had someone prominent to tie the two together. I wish you would have had John Cena there. And so, like if you have someone
who's going to be on that show, but not as the.
Say it again.
John Cena is probably going to be on that show, even if it's just a commercial.
He's not.
No, but you're going to see him on a, hey, don't forget Netflix, this type of thing.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about something as far as like story. Yeah, like something like you want somebody to like bridge. You want someone to bridge the 16-year gap and be in a prominent position. If you have them, at least, you know what I mean. Like you have John Cena. Why not bring John Cena back and have
maybe that's the favor. Maybe that's the favor. Maybe Punk's going to say, "Get me John Cena for Saturday night."
That wouldn't be a favor though. Like that wouldn't be like Paul Heyman's not the GM, so like,
but he has all the right contacts.
No, he broke his phone. Remember?
Yeah, well, I don't mean that contact. I mean,
come on, you're the slapstick guy. Come on, come on, Bill Apter.
Well, the other guy, what does slapstick have to do with this? Wait a minute.
It's a form of comedy, Bill.
I know what slapstick is. I practice it.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm sorry.
See, Bill. You're the national treasure of slapstick. Man.
I am. What are some of our people saying here about Punk? Punk loser.
David Duff at $2 says Roman versus Punk, winner gets number 30, loser gets number 1 Royal Rumble.
Well, that's interesting. That's a good thought, David. That's not bad.
I think that's not.
I've got the end of the Rumble already worked out.
Who you got? You got one.
You want to hear it?
Sure.
You want to hear it? The hottest angle in pro wrestling as of last night is that breakup. The heartbreak, not of psoriasis, but of wrestling, of the New Day and Big E. The things that they said to him, that you never came around when you could have. Stone Cold Steve Austin had a broken neck. He came back. Kurt Angle they just dissed Big E. So here's my Royal Rumble finish. 4 guys left. I don't know who the fourth guy is going to be. But Big E, Xavier, Kofi, and whoever the last guy is going to be. And
whoever's a big star, Bill. He's got a big
right. No, I'm not. It could be John Cena.
Just as good as vacant.
So now you get Big E clotheslining the two of them over the top rope. Yes, but his back is turned, and then whoever that other guy is, boom, Big E over the ropes. That's what I think. If it's going in that direction, I think the fans would go nuts if the three of them were in the ring together toward the end.
So whoever's the one who's going to go over and win the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, I don't know who that's going to be, though. Is it going to be CM Punk? Is it going to be John Cena? Is it going to be Drew McIntyre?
What do you think?
I'm thinking it's going to be CM Punk.
CM Punk?
Because they want to see CM Punk against Cody down the road here. They really do.
This year was this year the plans were CM Punk versus Seth Rollins. I think that that they're planting seeds to make that a thing again.
As far as the Royal Rumble is concerned, do you think?
I think they'll still be planting seeds. I mean, I think that they're going to have a pretty long feud with them. I was told that Bronson Reed was the next feud for CM Punk. And then after that, it was going to be Seth Rollins. That's what I was told. But I do think with Bronson Reed being out injury now, I mean, he's, his ankle's pretty banged up. So I don't see him, back anytime soon. So I do think that we could be getting a little bit earlier seeds planted. I mean, we've already saw seeds planted from Raw. But I mean, if you think about it, the CM Punk Drew McIntyre feud altogether was like 9 months long.
Yeah, it was long and it was good.
CM Punk was gone for a while with injury, but he came back, picked it right back up. I mean, I can see. I mean, let it cook. I'm for it. Let it cook. If you want to do CM Punk versus Seth Rollins, give us some time. Don't just, one of the biggest criticisms WWE has now is that they don't allow angles to cook enough.
They're pulling the trigger very quickly
on
everything because they have so much volume that they're just
I mean, give it time though. I mean, the volume doesn't make. I mean, just because they have a lot of volume doesn't mean they can't cook storylines long.
Oh, I agree. I
agree right now, this storyline would be 4.5 months long. Okay, yeah. I mean, why not start it now? And then you can continue to work its way up to WrestleMania, which is just 4.5 months away.
Yeah, it's pretty soon. There's another.
You could easily have Punk and Seth be in the Royal Rumble, and then you can have one eliminate the other, and that can continue to add the feud. Or you can do one of those double clothesline gimmicks, and they both eliminate each other from the Royal Rumble, and that continues the feud.
But while we're on the topic of Paul Heyman again, Paul Heyman saying how much he adores LA Knight, who just lost his title to Shinsuke Nakamura. Paul Heyman and LA Knight together, would that tie in any way, you think, with the CM Punk favor? Maybe this is where we're going with this. Maybe there's something tying in Punk and Knight and Paul. We were talking about last week a new dangerous alliance. CM Punk and LA Knight to start that off. I think that would be a perfect. Maybe he saw our show and this is what he's thinking.
The CM Punk and LA Knight starting off the dangerous alliance.
Why not?
I thought we said
new dangerous alliance.
I thought that we said that they're not going to be a part of it. We already established the dangerous alliance.
I know, but now another week has passed. Now
you changed your mind in a week.
Yeah, because LA Knight has now approached Paul Heyman. So somebody's listening to what we're talking about, and I think LA Knight might want to be a piece of if they reform the Dangerous Alliance,
Hmm.
the Heyman Alliance.
Why
Doesn't
not call
sound
it
right.
Dangerous Alliance? They own the rights to WCW.
That's right. They
Yeah,
can do
call it
that.
Dangerous Alliance. Yeah.
They
So
can do that.
I threw out the name of LA Knight last week, and you said
You
no.
did.
Yeah.
I did.
So yeah. So I don't
But they
know.
liked your idea. They liked your idea. They listened to you.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. It'll be interesting. I just like what we talked about last week. I like the idea of a dangerous alliance. I
Me
think
too.
that it's really cool. I think it's but the problem that you have now is how does the dangerous alliance incorporate with the OG bloodline and the new
I
bloodline?
was getting to that. They don't.
Yeah.
I think one of the major angles going for the next foreseeable future is Roman Reigns at odds with the wise man, with Paul Heyman, trying to convince Roman Reigns that, CM Punk, he saved you. He took you off that table when Bronson Reed was coming down to break his ankle. So I think there's going to be heat between Roman and CM Punk and Roman and Paul Heyman, with CM Punk as the focal point of that, which leads back to what could the favor be with that scenario?
It's interesting. CM Punk's on Raw though. So how is he
I
going to
know.
be incorporated to SmackDown?
Don't know. I mean, they again, it's WWE. They can do whatever they want.
Right. So, in your opinion, what do you think as far as how he can be incorporated on SmackDown if he's a Raw superstar?
I'm not really sure at this point. I haven't thought that totally through, but there's got to be some way. Well, maybe Punk wants a favor to move to SmackDown so he can confront Roman Reigns. I don't know. Just throwing out an idea there.
All right. Well, we shall see. What do you think? Like someone like a Zilla Fatu and Hukaleo and all those acquisitions. What do you think that they're going to? How do you think they're going to fit in?
I don't know if they're going to fit in at this point. We've been talking about Zilla Fatu unending for months at this point. So I don't really feel anything toward that. I still see Jay and Jimmy when he's better, and Roman and Sammy as that part of the whole part of the thing. And I don't know if Sammy now is going to be dragged into this other feud now with Drew McIntyre. That's another thing that came out of nowhere. It made almost no sense to me. Seth Rollins and Sami Zayn having this whole thing, and all of a sudden Drew McIntyre, maybe Drew McIntyre is going to tie in with Seth Rollins somehow.
I think it makes sense. I think that Drew McIntyre, he can easily say that he was detoured by CM Punk, but his mission is still to eradicate the bloodline. And that's essentially because when he was feuding against Jey Uso, he wanted to eradicate the bloodline. His big thing was, you cost me the championship, which is still a justification because they did, because he went against Roman Reigns, bloodline cost him the championship. Now he has an ilk, toward the bloodline. Makes sense. He wanted to go against Jimmy Uso. And now what you can do is you can have, since Sami Zayn decided to realign himself with the bloodline, now he's trying to take out Sami Zayn because he's on a mission to destroy the bloodline.
So we can put Drew McIntyre and Seth Rollins together against Sami Zayn and Roman or Jay or Jimmy.
I don't think we've seen a Seth heel turn yet. I think it was a tease. It was more of an angle tease with him and Punk, because even at the end he congratulated, and he was like a baby face toward Sami Zayn when he beat him.
And yet the things that I've been seeing on online on Twitter and stuff like that is people are upset at Drew McIntyre, at Seth Rollins rather, for taking that whole attitude. Speaking about Seth Rollins, his lovely lady Becky Lynch today was at the Netflix offices.
She was,
along with Triple H, Cody Rhodes, and several other WWE major stars moving into the whole Netflix era, which at this point, wow, I'm dying to see what it looks like. You think they're going to change the sets? I do. I think it's not going to look the same as it did on USA.
Oh yeah, I think so. I mean, they changed the logo already, and I think changing the sets would be cool. I miss the old. I mean, I know that the budget was an astronomical, but now you're having over $2,000, nearly $2,500 dual seats just to go to Saturday night's main event.
Yes,
astronomical.
In my old neighborhood. Old neighborhood.
The Gotten. I think
actually the Nassau Coliseum.
Nassau, excuse me. Yeah. Nassau.
Long Island.
There you go. Yep, that's correct.
No, it's okay. It's 1 hour from each other. So
cool.
I got it.
And so I think what you do is I miss those old school sets. Like they would always really put a lot of stock in their stage sets for PLEs, man. And it was really cool. Like the Armageddon one was pretty cool. The Royal Rumble ones were really cool. I remember, of course, the WrestleMania ones were really cool. I wish that they spent more time in that instead of just kind of like the bland set that they have right now. Remember
it's all the pyro. It's the pyro that makes it now. That's they want pyro.
They had pyro beforehand, and I think it was pretty cool. Remember the SmackDown Fist?
Oh yes, of course.
Yeah, man.
We were talking about that earlier tonight with WrestleVotes Joe and Joe Lowry, and WrestleVotes Joe does not want to see the Fist come back.
He does
not want to see it come back. What do you envision Netflix be? Do you think they're going to be less of a PG show than what's on the USA Network currently?
Yeah, I think it'll be TV-14.
Yeah.
What does that mean though? Color and some profanity, maybe?
Maybe some more high risk, low cut stuff.
Like as far as wardrobe, more risque?
Yes. The women.
Oh. How's that going to help the product?
Oh, come on. You got to
more risque.
Look what Liv Morgan's not wearing today. All right.
that alone. Oh, gosh. That makes me embarrassed to be a wrestling fan. Like, oh, man, I'm excited to watch Raw on Netflix because the woman's going to wear less clothes. Woo!
Surprised how many fans would do that. They did it during the Attitude Era. They tuned in. They wanted to see Sable.
Yeah. But
remember that?
That was really an anomaly. The Attitude Era. We haven't seen it again. We probably won't see it since ever. We probably won't see it anytime soon. Probably ever. It was more like TNA, Leighton. It was really kind of in your face crash TV. You know what I mean? That was as Russo can get, man. And Russo is just
right.
He's such an anomaly when it comes to that car crash, but I can't take my eyes off of it type of mentality, man. That's what caused him. That's his bread and butter. That's what caused him. A lot of people criticize it, man, but you can't work. You can't argue the numbers, man. The numbers are the numbers. You can't argue it. But I think that was really a predecessor to bringing people to the product, to watch more of the wrestling. The wrestling was before the Attitude Era and after. Where you had like the ruthless aggression, in '02, you had like the '02 All-Star team of John Cena and Batista and Brock Lesnar, Randy Orton, Shelton Benjamin. That was like the '02 All-Star team. And so more wrestling centric. Cena more of an entertainer still, but all the other ones more wrestling centric. And so,
who are you hoping to see on Saturday night's main event? What legends? I know Jimmy Hart's already been signed, but who do you? I heard Hogan. From my contacts there, Hogan probably will not be there, but that would surprise me. I would think he would be there.
You think? I mean, he's the OG of Saturday Night's main event. Before we leave, let's go with the. Let's look at the. I'm gonna get to Rollin here in a minute too. Before we go, Saturday Night's main event. I want to look at the very first card, real quick, just a few minutes.
Yeah.
The very first card of Saturday Night's main event, and see who's still alive.
What year was it?
1985, I believe.
Okay, so we would have at the magazines, we would have been banned, so I probably watched it on TV.
Okay, gotcha. Yep, May 10th, 1985, Nassau Coliseum. Here's the card. This is interesting. Let's see. You have okay, here we go. You had the May 10th, aired May 11th, 1985. You had the U.S. Express, Mike Rotunda, still living, and Barry Windham, and Ricky Steamboat, still living, defeating Nikolai Volkov, Iron Sheik, and George Steele. All three of them have passed, unfortunately. Hulk Hogan defeating Bob Orton by DQ for the
with that arm in a sling.
The gas gimmick. Yeah, man. Randy Richter, still living, defeated the Fabulous Moolah, no longer living. And then you had Junkyard Dog defeating the Duke, Pete Doherty. He was also called the Duke of Dorchester, right?
By the way, I used to love when you mentioned JYD. I used to love when people would go to the matches and they don't know that the fans are yelling JYD, and you get some fans that are going LMK, BMT. They didn't know what they were saying. So,
okay.
But go on.
Yeah, the Duke of so Pete Doherty's still alive, and he also had that Piper's Pit, right, with the Orton. Orndorff, I think he had something to do with it. Was it the turn or something like that was going on?
Remember.
All right, we got Rollin $5. I don't want part-timers like Roman and Logan to hold titles again. If Cody drops the belt to Roman, then no Cody versus Rock, and Rock gave Cody that secret item.
Cody's got to. What I would like to see. And no knock to Cody, but Saturday night's main event, they're going to do another one in January. Kevin Owens is such a great maniac. He should take the title on Saturday night's main event. And the rematch is the following Saturday night's main event.
There's going to be one a month later?
Yes, January. Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think there would be a hell of a buzz with Kevin Owens, with his, even if they're wrestling fans that are just tuning in for the first time, he's got that. He's the modern day Brian Pillman. He's that loose cannon that we need, even more so. Okay. I'd like to see that happen.
Interesting. I think that Cody as a champion should have competed at Survivor Series. I think Kevin Owens should have defeated Cody Rhodes at Survivor Series, and he should have recaptured it either at Saturday Night's Main Event or the Royal Rumble.
Yeah. I'll buy that too.
Yep.
Yeah. But I've got Owens fever.
You got Owens fever?
He's really. He and Jacob Fatu have and Bronson Reed, the monsters. They've really gotten me. I like that.
Indeed. Bill Apter, let them know where to find you, my brother.
X Twitter X at Apter One Wrestling. And don't forget to subscribe to Wrestle Binge here on Sportskeeda, and come see Dr. Chris and I every Tuesday night Eastern Time at 11:01 p.m.
Indeed. Wonderful. Eastern Time. Very nice. There you go. All right. So follow me at Chris Prolific. I've been breaking a bunch of news lately. I've got more in store. And Pancakes and Power Slams show. I'm about to head on over there right now. Pancakes and Power Slams. I'm going to talk about, again, I nerd out. I have class with you all as a college professor. And so I'm going to talk about the psychology of people commenting negatively frequently on social media. So I'm going
don't put too much syrup on those pancakes, though, because it's not
lots of sugar in there. Yeah.
Okay. Sugar.
All right.
Sugar.
This guy right here, Bill Apter. I'm Dr. Chris. This is Unscripted. Have a good night, everybody.
We'll see you at the matches.